Welcome to Belgium. Yeah, it's small and yellow and in the Low Countries, and you probably recognize it for most historical games as a minor roadblock for Germany as the Wehrmacht comes pouring through the Low Countries into France, usually about 1940. But as I understand, there is a possibility for democratic Belgium to stand up tall, mighty, and possibly unite all of Europe. If we're going to be doing anything of consequence in this playthrough as Belgium, we need to fix a few problems first. We're led by this guy, Paul van Zeelen. He's a corrupt old guard. Not great. We're going to have to fix that. We also have language barriers. Not great. We also have scars of the Great War. A lot of the First World War was fought right here, and we didn't come out so well. We also have tons of corruption because of this guy and his big hat. We're going to have to deal with that. We also have economic downturn from the Great Depression, so we've got plenty of issues, particularly for a tiny country. So let's go ahead and get that sorted ASAP. First and foremost, we need to go ahead and choose the government resigns and stomp on Paul van Zeelen's funny hat and see if we can try to tackle some of this corruption. So let's go ahead and get that rolling. Next up, if we're going to have any chance at all against the Germans, and boy, they will be coming, we need to go ahead and line our troops up here best we can. All right, we're just going to convert everyone up to the infantry template. We don't have enough guns, we don't have enough people, but that's fine. We will sort that out ASAP. Okay, and what we're going to need to do to get this country on a little bit better footing is we need to update the infrastructure. So there's a fair amount of steel in the Ardennes, as well as this province here. So let's go ahead and try to build a little bit of infrastructure in these two provinces here. Right now, when we have the corruption and economic downturn, we're giving away all of our factories, and our construction speed is at negative 20%, which is quite terrible, actually. So we need to fix our political issues first before we have any chance to get this country on the right foot. All right, well, we've just fixed our government slightly. The government has resigned. Now we do have a couple options here. So we can go with the government of national unity. Paul will remain as prime minister for now. And basically kind of go down the democratic focus, or we can hand this country over to a demagogue. And the Brown Party. We're not going to go with this guy here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and form the government of national unity. Perfect. Okay, we've investigated bribery charges, so that is complete. So we're gonna need to do a few things here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to work our way down. We could go down this path of royal intervention and the historical paths with Paul here, all the way down to try to form the Benelux Union and the Council of Europe, but we're not going to do that. Instead, today, we're going to work our way down here through the constitutional crisis and try to work our way down to better than the Maginot. As for our research, we're going to go ahead and try to keep up with our industry as much as possible. We're taking some pretty nasty debuffs to construction speed. We also want to keep up on our guns. We're going to be going to war pretty soon. And we need to have some sort of a military in order to, be stoppage to the Wehrmacht. Now we do finally have 150 PP. Let's go ahead and hire an advisor here. You have to be careful if you hire advisors that might fall out of favor of the government once we do switch ideologies, which we will more than once in this run through. So be aware of that and not waste your political power like I have before. Let's go ahead and choose Charles, the Count of Flanders here. He's going to provide us some extra political power and stability, which is all very, very good things for us. Now it looks like Belgium Congo has done the first in their focus here, the Heart of Africa. So since we share a focus tree here, they're going to be racing through here to pick up some of these, gaining autonomy as they do it, which we'll have to kind of keep an eye on that. What we want to do is we want to work on our monetary reconstruction. This is our industry stuff here, so this will be important that we tackle this as much as possible before the war, if we have time. But there's so much to do. But we're going to need to go down to Congo Investments and then the Société, whatever. I don't speak Belgium, but this right here, we need to choose this. So we've got to go down on this focus tree. We need to work on our industry. We need to work down our focus tree here and get better than Maginot. Okay, well, we've completed independent, neutral, and loyal, so now let's go ahead and repudiate the Treaty with the French. It's going to give us 15% war support, which is needed because, spoiler, we don't have any. Now, real plus of building infrastructure and eventually factories in these tiles here is you'll notice that we've got ourselves a dam here. And dams are pretty great because they give us a huge bonus to construction speed. So we're basically stacking construction bonus on construction bonus. Paul Van Zeelen, corruption scandal. Now we have a collapsing government, which is going to hurt our weekly stability. Can you stop being corrupt for like 10 seconds? Paul. Okay, well, we've repudiated the Treaty with the French, so now that we have a ticking, collapsing government, where is that? Here we are, collapsing government. The Prime Minister and the Cabinet aren't long for this world, so we need to apparently have the monarch step in to put an end to this nonsense. Okay, so the monarch has stepped in. So Leopold has decided that he's going to intervene here. So we've got a couple options here. We could go down and appoint the liberal Paul here, Paul Johnson. This would be the historic guy, as I understand, and he would take over. But instead, we need to go right, at least temporarily. So unfortunately, we're going to have to put in the wrong guy. We're going to put in Leon here, which is not great. So briefly, we're going to switch to Rexist Belgium here. So yeah, not great, Leon. Don't get used to that chair. You're going to be gone here pretty soon. So what we need to do is come over here to the constitutional crisis. We're going to have another one of those. So not one, but two fallen governments. So let's go ahead and choose this. This will allow us to start to move down our path. Yeah, Germany is going to hate us regardless, and I don't really want to antagonize the Soviets anymore than we're going to probably anyway. So I'm actually going to go ahead and refuse this. Okay, well, we just had a constitutional crisis, so Rexist Belgium has collapsed, and now we have a democracy again. A regency committee here, led by this guy, Hubert here, and a really, really terrible flag. Now we want to go ahead and choose the king's abdication here. This is going to make us survive a little bit longer if we get invaded. If you don't go down this path, King Leopold is going to be more inclined to just surrender the country to the Germans when they invade, regardless of whoever's in charge. And that's really not what we want. Not what we want at all. Let's go ahead and move up to limited conscription for one. And then we're also going to spend 100 of that and grab Oscar here. He's an army defense guy. Give us some ticking army XP, which we're going to desperately need. Okay, well, we've had another snap election because why wouldn't we? What's Belgium without a constitutional crisis, apparently? I don't know. So we've got a couple options here. We can go ahead and go with Hubert, who is the current PM, and the Catholic Party shall form some kind of coalition government. Or we can come down here and pick Paul-Henri Spaak, I guess, and the Labour Party will lead us into a new socialist future. I don't know what is optimal here. I do like the idea of some extra resources per factory. Stability is always good, but that's hard to deny. We'll go ahead and pick Spaak here. And what could possibly go wrong, right? Look at him. This guy and his balding and multiple chins. He's going to lead Belgium into the future. Great news. Luxembourg has joined the European Union. Oh, and the Netherlands has rejected the European Union. Of course they have. And France has joined. Look at that. Okay. All right. Well, we didn't get everything we wanted. But we do have a European Union now. Look at that. It's yellow, apparently. Next up, we're going to choose the European community here. Belgium will be known as the European president. Otto von Habsburg offers his support. Interesting. Yeah, get a free Habsburgian delegate to the EU. Sure, he's got pretty good stats. Yeah, why not? Okay, great. So Japan has done the thing. They've gone to war in China. That has fixed our conscription issue. We now have 12% war support, so no longer an issue. Excellent. And just like that, we are no longer yellow. No, we are the European president and a lovely blue. Look at this. Now the European Union is sufficiently blue. We also have options here to invite other nations into the Union, hence the stacking of political power. I wish Paradox would do a little bit different of this mechanic, you know, like everything is political power. It'd be nice if there was some other kind of mechanics. Sometimes you can use command power. Maybe we could do something like that or spend some XP. I don't know. It's August of 37, and I'm looking. Germany's about to do the Anschluss in a few months or so, and then they'll be on Czechoslovakia and Poland. Just kind of for the memes, I'm thinking that we invite the Czechs. Why not? Success. The Czechoslovakian Republic has joined the European Union. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, Germany. It's getting tighter. Let's go ahead. Who else do we want to invite? I think we need to invite Poland. Let's go ahead and invite Poland to our alliance. Why not? Poland has joined the EU. Oh my goodness. Lovely stuff. You'll love to see it. Yeah. Who else? There's so many options here. I think we need Sweden. Sweden has a pretty good military for its size, and it has a ton of resources and a decent fleet, and could really mess up the Germans' plans. Yeah, I think we got to. Sweden has joined the European Union. Romania has joined the EU. Germany, it is getting a little tight in there for you, isn't it? Oh, Hungary has joined. Oh my God. What is happening? Denmark has done the right thing and joined the European Union. Of course they have. Okay, Germany's done the thing. They've Anschluss to Austria, so it is what it is. Exiled Austrians offered their service. What do we want here? Yeah, we could use their help. Why not? We can always use more recruitable pop. Heck yeah. The Tsardom of Bulgaria has joined the EU. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so dumb, but I love it. Germany is going to have a tough time, I think. It'd be better if the Netherlands was part of our alliance. I don't know why they refused to join us. They don't like us. They have aloof neutrality. And for whatever reason, there is not an option to invite them to our alliance through the focus tree here. So, or for the events decisions tree. So I don't know what that's all about, but whatever. It is what it is. So it's April of 38, and Germany is going to be coming for the Sudetenland at some point. I don't know what's going to happen to the Czechs since they're part of our alliance. Greece has joined the EU. Now, we could try to invite Finland to our alliance, but then that will also potentially put us at odds with Papa Stalin. I don't know the right answer to this. I think for the time being, we don't invite them. I want to focus just on Germany, ideally. But then it also kind of leaves us out from grabbing the Balkan countries here. So, right. I think maybe we invite Lithuania. That would put another border on the Königsberg pocket here in Germany, so that may not be a bad idea. All right, we've gotten our expressions of Belgian unity here, so that's fantastic. That's gotten rid of our language barriers, so that's good for our political power gain and stability. Yeah, let's just do the defense bill here. This is going to remove the scars of the Great War, which really hurts our war support here. So let's go ahead and grab that. I feel like I have a tingly feeling that Germany is going to do a stupid thing here pretty soon. Lithuania has joined our alliance. Perfect. You'll love to see it. Okay, well, I did cook up a little bit different template here. We have our Belgium Space Marines, effectively. Not the most optimal of template, I'm sure, by any means, but I think if we can get our industry up and running, we should be able to pump out enough heavy tanks to make this, well, something. Hopefully this will be enough to kind of hold the line and to make good little punch throughs into the German line. Let's go ahead and grab some plane tech here. It's 36 planes, which not great, but you know, if we're gonna have any chance against the Luftwaffe, I think we're gonna need it. Okay, well, looks like the Germans are justifying, at least they're gonna try to come for the Sudetenland. I don't know how that's gonna work, being that we're in alliance with Czechoslovakia here. But I'm a little more comfortable of where we are currently. We do have quite a few member states around here. Hopefully, this will be enough. I don't know. Germany is going to find itself on many fronts. Ireland has joined the European Union. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, it's October of 38, and Germany still hasn't requested the Sudetenland or gone to war yet, so I'm not really sure what they're waiting for. But I'm happy to have the extra time to prepare. The Sudeten crisis, it's happened. Germany demands the Sudeten border territory of Czechoslovakia. Let's see how this shakes out. Okay, Germany, you wanted this. Now you've got a war on all fronts, man. And it looks like Italy has joined the Axis. Of course they have. And the French have no border, and no troops on the border here. Yeah. With our limited troops, we are attempting to build up some kind of a defensive border here. I'm building more fortifications in the Ardennes here. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Germany is getting stretched on multiple fronts here. There may be an opportunity for us here. Looks like we're starting to push through here with our limited forces. We can. Now, can we hold it? That's another matter. I mean, I'm not really doing much of anything, honestly. I mean, we don't really have the industry right now. We're just simply doing what we can to support our allies. The French are going ham. Yeah, Germany's seeing itself pulled apart on multiple fronts here. The Lithuanians, wow, for the win. Look at this, little Lithuania doing the heavy lifting. I would love to contribute more to this war, but we just don't have the industry, we don't have the manpower. But we are sowing a fair amount of chaos, apparently. France is about to, yep, they're taking Stuttgart. Yeah, Germany did not think this through very well, I think. You're at war with most of Europe. Interestingly enough, they haven't called the Italians in yet, which I'm fine with, but it looks like the French have finally garrisoned the border, so that's something. Like the Germans are starting to push back against the Poles, possibly. Now, if they lose this port at Königsberg, they're going to have a bad day. A lot of these territories have fortifications on them, so it will be kind of a pain to push through here. Not impossible. Yeah, even if our Space Marines, so as they are, they're having a heck of a time. So Germany is clapping back against the Poles, taking some pretty good losses on the Eastern Front here, but we are starting to push out ever so slowly through this pocket here. Unfortunately, they do have a lot of fortifications here, so if we can crack this shell, then we might be able to pincer the hell out of these guys. Now, if I can just convince the French to come through here to Dortmund and Essen, that would be most good. But I don't know if they're going to do that. Now, we did take Köln. That may be the extent of where we can go at the time being here. We are always lacking for manpower, and we just can't sustain any kind of a realistic push. We're going to have to rely on our allies, so as they are, to do a lot of the heavy lifting here. Denmark is pushing in hard. So is the Swedes now. This could be the opportunity we've been waiting for. Take some pressure off this front here. Okay, we're starting to push them back. If we could just close this darn gap, that would be great. We might be able to grab Essen. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Oh, Germany, you screwed up. You screwed up. Let's go ahead and invite Finland. Why not? Yeah, we're at the fronts have met now. Oh, Germany, you done screwed up. You done screwed up a lot. They've taken 500,000 casualties. We've basically done nothing in this war, but you know what? We were the ones that organized the party, so whether we brought that many chips or dip or beers to the party, whatever, that's fine. The important thing is we showed up. That was our contribution to this war. Hitler has been assassinated. Oh, the Oster conspiracy fired. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And they've gone with Goering. Goering has taken over. Not that it's going to really matter. He's not going to be in power for all that long. Finland has joined the European Union. Fantastic. We will have to deal with Papa Stalin, but in all good time. Germany's about to tip over. And just like that, Germany has just tipped over. Yeah. And just like that, we have an utter and ridiculous mess of a peace conference. AI, why are you like this? I had so little contributions in the war, and we had so many so many different nations fighting that everyone fought everyone else for what little points there were, and the German Reich is still a thing. It's still a thing. So stupid. It's so stupid. We have a European occupation zone, which is a puppet of me. Yeah, and I was trying to get a supervised state for Germany for the entire country, but it's impossible. I had so few points. Actually, it is August of 39, so I think Papa Stalin's about to do the Papa Stalin thing. I think we can maybe try to help them out a little bit here. Let's see if we can get over to Finland. Latvia has joined the European Union. Fantastic. Let's also see if we can get Estonia in. We are growing larger and larger. If we didn't have an Axis Dong in Bavaria and Mussolini down south, I think we'd be looking better, but that's fine. We'll deal with that. Yeah, and typical, the Soviet Union is justifying against Finland. But they actually have friends now. If you've been wondering why I haven't done anything with my land warfare research facility in Belgium, it's because you need 100 political power to recruit a scientist, and I don't quite have that. Plus, I have been lacking for political power this entire run-through, so it's kind of on the back burner. That's fine. Okay, we've just done the research sharing initiative. It looks like maybe everybody. Oh, one. I bet it was hungry. Pull in. Check. Okay, well, whatever. But that was pretty good. We have a pretty good research sharing initiative now. Here we are. Yes, we're sharing. We're learning how to get along with one another. Lovely. And the things happen. Papa Stalin has decided that instead of going after Finland, he was going to start with Estonia. So we are at war again. Yeah, Papa Stalin, you've kind of screwed up again too. We are united as Europeans. If I could take Leningrad, that would be ideal, but I don't see that happening as of yet. They've got too many forces, just a little too strong. Now, if I could sneak through here, it's possible. Excellent. France has allowed limited federalization. Cool. Now, if I can cut these guys off, that would be great. Maybe. We've had a little bit of a push out here. If I can just take Leningrad, for goodness sake. It's looking possible, boys. Excellent. We have taken Leningrad. We're having a little bit of a breakout here. If we can keep him on the ropes, that would be good. Can I get around? Possibly. I don't want to spread out too far, but I want to try to get down here as much as possible. Election. The government's contested. No, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and keep it the way it is. They don't have any supply up here, so it's kind of tough. And we'll just do what we always do, which is cut the Soviet army to ribbons. Rinse and repeat. Just cut the army apart. Cut them apart piece by piece. That's what we can do. We can't have a huge impact on this war, but we can have some of an impact. Okay, well, we do have a little bit of a problem. I am out of manpower again, which is not hard to do as Little Belgium, but yeah. I could try to rearrange some of my forces and use more available manpower from Belgium, Congo, but that raises their autonomy, and I'm not really in for that. So it is what it is. Let's see if we can link up. I want to see if we can link up the polls down here. It's possible. It's stupid. It's stupid. But if I can pull it off, it's going to be a fair amount of the Soviet army entrapped here. It's not stupid if it works, right? Oh, yeah. And we do have a little bit of encirclement here, so let's go ahead and see if we can clean this pocket up. It's not the largest encirclement I've ever had, but you know what? It's honest work. We're just cutting the Soviet army to ribbons, as is Ahoy tradition. Yeah, the Soviet Union has suffered 1.5 million casualties, 226K of that from us. But they are outnumbered by a fair amount. I think they picked the wrong fight. Now, I'm seeing a possibility here. There's a large segment of the Southern Soviet Army engaged on multiple fronts here in Ukraine. And I am seeing some really depleted Soviet division stats here. They just don't really have much left in the tank at all when it comes to supplies. It's so stupid, but, if it works, it's not stupid. Go, my little tanky destroyers. Go, go, go. Go to Gomel. Oh, I think we're going to pull it off. I know it keeps flipping borders. That's fine. I don't care. Come on. Come on. Close it. Close it. They keep getting people out. It's okay. We have a backup, and we've closed it. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. It's a little stupid, and maybe not the best encirclement that I've ever done, but there is a fairly large segment of the Soviet army entrapped here, and now we are going to make them suffer. Soviet Union is up to 2.35 million casualties. We have inflicted 562K of that, so we're definitely pulling our weight, hitting above our weight class in this war, that is. Granted, we only have 24 very okay divisions with just a smattering Space Marine divisions that I can... I'm having a heck of a time trying to keep up on heavy tanks. Our economy is still not great. I don't know if it's ever going to be great, if I'm being entirely honest. We're building factories as quickly as I can, but I don't think it's ever going to be anything to really write home about. But that's okay. We have all of our friends in the European Union, and we've got a lot of friends. Well, it looks like Italy has done the thing, the stupid thing, and declared war on Greece. So I think we need to go, we need to get back home, like ASAP, and maybe kick the Italians' teeth in a little bit. And it looks like Germany has joined Italy, so that's gonna not work out so well for you, Green. Not well at all. Well, we've developed the Stronghold network for as good as it's going to be. I don't imagine we'll ever need to build that now. But, hey, it's good to have it and not need it, I suppose. So Hungary has decided that despite us all being on the same team, they want Slovakia. What now? Why can't we all just get along? So the Czechs have asked for help. Horthy, what the hell are you doing, man? You're asking for more territory from Czechoslovakia? Dude, you've already gotten a warning once. We're all on the same team here. Well, as the Italian front is not going as well as I had hoped, the Soviets have decided to do a little cheeky naval invasion. That's not going to play well for Romania here, bro. So let's go ahead and deal with that real quick. We'll be back for the Italian. Oh, Stalin, what are you doing? You're just wasting troops. You're just wasting troops. Looks like the Italians are having a bad day. The Brits are doing what they do and naval invading everywhere. Yeah, I'm seeing really depleted Soviet divisions here. Really depleted. These guys have no supplies left. I think I'm going to let the Allies deal with them. Let's head back to Southern Europe here. See if we can deal with the Italians. Looks like the British are heading through North Africa pretty well. We're pushing through the Alps, which is as lovely as it is ever. Well, we seem to have had our opening. And just like that, Italy is about to tip over. Mussolini, you're having a bad day, my friend. You're having a bad day. And destroy some more Italian units here as we make our way down the boot. And we've been doing all of this without air cover. Well, I mean, we're our allies, but we have not built a single plane this entire run. Rome is just about to fall. The European Union marches on. It is unstoppable. Benito has given up. And just like that, our war with the fascists are done, finally. And just like that, we now have European Italy. Yeah, not really sure why the Kingdom of Libya, or European Italy rather, has part of Libya. But, whatever. We won't ask these questions. All right, let's push the Moscow. Let's get this war over with finally. Yeah, the Soviets really don't have much left. Their troops are incredibly undersupplied. I mean, hell, they're just almost immediately being destroyed as soon as I attack them. They're almost immediately destroyed because they have no org at all. No supplies. We've taken Moscow. Cool. Hungary, what is going on here? Everyone else is federalizing, and you are the fly in the ointment. What is this? Modern days? Come on, Hungary. Don't be that guy. Yeah, the Soviets just don't have anything left in the tank here. Just a matter of cleaning up. Yeah, the Soviet line, if you can even call it that anymore, is completely gone. Oh, big lag spike. And the Soviet Union has capitulated. You'll love to see it. And I absolutely hate this. So the peace conference, all the points completely spread, and everyone, again, fighting with each other to the point where nobody could take a damn thing. And so we have this horrible existence where the Soviet Union still exists. Everyone took a little chunk of the pie, including, we now have the Republic of Ukraine. Welcome to the EU. Finland took a nice chunk as well. Everyone took a chunk, but nobody used in their points. And every time I tried to allocate points to a supervised state for the Soviet Union, everybody and their dog fought me for all of that. So at the end, nobody got anything that we actually wanted, and the Soviet Union is still around. I hate this so much, Paradox. This is absolutely absurd, but whatever, it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We have a very large and chunky European Union here. Interesting enough, the Netherlands never joined us. They joined the Allies, as well as British Austria is part of the Allies as well. It doesn't make any sense, but sure. The Comintern is still very much around, but as we continue to federalize states in the EU, we're gaining a heck of a lot of influence, a lot of manpower, a lot of factories, that sort of thing, a lot of resources, because all of these European states are effectively puppet states to Belgium. So, yeah, we've come a long way from the tiny little roadblock that was worried about getting beaten down by the Wehrmacht to the European president of the European Union. And we do have quite a few members in our alliance. I think this is a good place to put a cut for today. If you guys have enjoyed today's video as Belgium and the European Union, consider giving the video a like, as well as subbing to the channel for more Hearts of Iron content to be coming here very soon. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. I've been Greg the Gamer. You stay awesome, and I'll talk to you soon.